Namaste and welcome to the Essence of Knowledge weekly meeting. This meeting is a part of the Essence of Knowledge program, which is a free and online program for the seekers of knowledge. In these meetings, I try to help you to complete this program. So all questions are most welcome. Questions from Rinki. Number 1. How can I stay aware when had to deal with pain like a toothache or headache? Even after consulting a doctor, when the pain continues to be there. So, since you are a beginner, my advice will be not to do any kind of practice when the body is not well or when the mind is not well. Why is that? Because the awareness practice is not really a method or a job or any trick. It is simply remembrance. So, it is very natural to forget. In this case, simply do whatever is needed to cure the pain. And if the doctor says, okay, take this medicine, take the painkiller or sleep or distract yourself with a movie, tasty food, or just go for a walk somewhere so that your mind does not focus totally on the pain and does not create stories that how poor you are, how painful this thing is, because it will go away. Awareness will not cure the pain. Nothing will bring awareness also. There are no tricks. So in case of illness, pain, mental issues, suffering, so on, you just live your life. Do not practice. When the pain is gone, when the mind is silent, peaceful, then you worry about awareness, whether I am aware now or not. And even in that peaceful, happy situation, there is no awareness. Then you can ask me again in Satsang. It is like when you start to learn to climb mountains, the trainer will not ask you to climb Mount Everest on first day because there are challenges. The trainer will give you a small ladder to climb and he will ask you to go up and down, forward, reverse, so that you start building the muscles, leg muscles. Then he will set up a vertical wall with stones on it and he will ask you to pull yourself on that wall. And there will be some security measure there, soft cushions, so that when you fall, if you fall, you are protected. It will not happen that you start climbing Himalayas on first day, even first week, or even in 1 year. Probably it will take 5 years of practice so that you can climb a mountain without food, without much oxygen. A newcomer is not given a practice in challenging situations. First read the situation and practice in less challenging environments. When your muscles, spiritual muscles, grow, you will see that awareness is there in any situation. It can take many years. To climb mountain, it can take 5 years. But to remain aware in all situations will take full lifetime, complete lifetime. And to become aware in dreams and sleep and death and different states of the mind, it can take many lifetimes. So start as directed. Do not have too much hope that I'll do it today. It will not happen. Because there is no doer here. Nobody brings awareness. When it comes, you try to abide in it. You try not to forget. If situations demand that you leave the practice and do what is necessary for your everyday survival life, then you should leave the practice. And number 2, how to be aware when you see any family member is suffering. As I said, there is no how, there are no tricks, there is no ritual to become aware. It comes if you are in complete love with the self, with the experiencer. It happens automatically. Nobody can bring it. There is no process to become aware. It is a result of knowledge. So, when you see a family member is suffering, don't worry about awareness. Awareness is not needed here. Okay, that person is suffering. Let me become aware. Let me go and find some technique to become aware. No, that is stupidity. First, take care of your family member. Try to find the cause of suffering and try to help as much as you can. And when the suffering is gone, whether yours or somebody else's, you can think about awareness. This is most natural. Number 3, how to be aware of the events after, before, while happening. See, when the awareness comes and you realize that some events happen in darkness, that will happen initially for newcomers. For many years, this will happen, that you forget what is awareness, what is this philosophy, what is non-duality. There is no need to remember all these things, isn't it? Deal with the situation, and when the mind is peaceful, simply repeat the event in your mind in complete awareness. There is no process here. When awareness comes back naturally, because of your past practice, because of your love and devotion towards awareness, it will come. And then you can use this movement of light, this clarity that happened, to replay the event after they have happened. With continuous practice like this, with continuous abide whenever it happens. Slowly the duration should increase with time, many years. And then while the events are happening, you will see that they are happening in the light of awareness. And after many years, you will remember to be aware even before any event happens. Whenever the awareness is there, simply taste the sweet juice of awareness whenever you get it. You should get it if it is your path, if you are in love with this practice, if you really like the light of awareness and you don't like the darkness. You regret whenever there is darkness. And this will train the mind like reward and punishment mechanism to favor awareness. If you force it, it will not happen actually. There is a problem in the mind, at least human mind, that if you force it to do something, it develops a resistance because it does not like it. Nobody likes forced practices. So only love, only the sweetness, light of awareness, light of intelligence will make the mind go there again and again. It is like feeding birds. If you try to catch the bird, well, the bird will fly away, run away. The birds will be scared of you because they don't like this thing. But if you feed them, put some bird feed in outside your house, you will find that they keep coming. And they are even before you give them the food, they are already present and they are calling. They're singing. How did that happen? Not by force. There is no technique to make the birds come. Actually, this is the technique. So whenever there is awareness, you need to see that it is a superior state of the mind. Don't let it go. Enjoy that light, that clarity that you have. And slowly the mind will be like addicted to this state. The mind will want to remain in this state. And it will regret whenever there is no awareness. And you need to see all this activity of the mind also. No force, no technique, enjoyment, bliss, peace. And the next question is, if you say grace, Guru field, and then why there is no concept of God in this path? That's also one making me question. Yes, there is the concept of God in this path. You are that. You are God. Only that we don't call it God. We call it the existence. So names are different. And it is not a concept. This is the final truth on the path of knowledge. The final truth on the path of knowledge is that we are all God, not gods, one God. Now, if you have any doubt in that, you can ask it. If everything is just appearing as experiences, then who will work for the human development and all just sits and just do nothing? And there is no who. It is all appearing and development is happening. And the name for development on the path of knowledge is evolution, not development. Evolution is happening and devolution is also happening. It is a mistake to believe blindly that human beings are doing it. They are not doing it, but they are not sitting also. Everybody is doing their best. And the biggest mistake is to assume that somebody else will cause your evolution. Are you not capable of fixing your own evolution? Are you not capable of self-development? Many are. And some are capable of guiding others. And the guidance is not by asking others to develop or evolve. The guidance is in the form of becoming an example. You become an example for others and they are inspired to progress. So probably the belief here is humans are doing something, and if they don't do anything, nothing will happen. That is wrong. And the other belief is that somebody else should do something for everybody's evolution. No. If you can do something for your own evolution, that will be a big achievement. And then if you can become like a lighthouse to show the way, then many people will follow. Remember, the lighthouse is not doing anything. It is just sitting there. It is just shining the light. It is the captain of the ship, the owner of the ship, that sees the light and then takes in a correct direction. A captain of the ship, this body mind, is you, humans. And they can see the light sometimes and they are directed. Next question is, it's very depressing after knowing that experiences just appears. So it is the mental resistance. It does not want to let go of the old conditioning. It will go away. Become a witness of the depression or whatever is happening in the mind, because these thoughts that appear are useless, because there is no other way for the experiences to be. You cannot make them happen in other way, or you cannot make them true. So the old ignorance is saying that the past was better when all the experiences were true. Now, since it is all just appearing, there is no enjoyment in these experiences. So it is clinging to the old ignorance. And you can write it down in the column of impurities. Just like I said, everybody should note down their impurities. Purification happens in step number 6. So whenever there is an impurity, there is a clinging to the old, especially when you have completely verified the truth, what is true, what is not. It is your own experience. You got the evidence that everything appears. Whatever appears is also me. You got this evidence. Now whatever old thoughts keep coming, and whatever the way the mind is resisting the knowledge, you should simply witness it. Remember to bring the knowledge when the darkness comes. So mind is trying to bring back the darkness because it found something in the darkness. It is not finding any joy in the light, in the knowledge. It says it is false, therefore it must be bad. Go back there where it was good, everything was true. The problem is when you go back there, you won't like it there also, because once the mind is exposed to the knowledge, it cannot accept the false again. Once you see the truth, you cannot accept the false. So it will not be happy there also. So the only way is forward. You cannot go backward now. See who is depressed, who is thinking all these thoughts which are completely useless. That is not knowledge. That is not useful for your survival also. That is not giving you any joy. So it is better to simply let the thoughts come and let them go. There's no need to act on that. And no need to identify that I am thinking, I am depressed. That means there is no awareness. At least while this is happening, nobody is suffering in your family. You don't have headache or any other illness. You are in peace. You are sitting there blissfully. Now there is no excuse to become unaware. Here you should work. And if these thoughts they keep coming, that is an impurity. You should write it down that this is my impurity. In step number 6, some solution will be given. Narendra has a question. I decided that I will only do what is necessary for the body, and other times I will study. As I did that, some desires stopped coming completely. But the same desire didn't stop, and they keep coming. Every time they come, then I just remembered to myself that it is not necessary to complete them, but they keep coming. Even if I complete them, they come back again and again. What do I do? There are 2 or 3 kinds of desires, and some desires, if you finish them, they don't come again. Like desire to build a house. Nobody wants to build a house every day, isn't it? When desire, it is finished, and it will never come back. You are happy with that house. Probably you will want bigger house, but only after 50 years, 10 years, 20 years. And there are some desires which are not necessary. Remember this word, necessary. They are not necessary. That means you can avoid them. You don't want a house made up of gold. That is completely unnecessary. House is necessary, isn't it? So that can be dropped. even if they come. And there is a third kind of desire, which is necessary. And what is the hint? What is the characteristic of these kind of desires? That they keep coming. They come again and again. For example, desire to breathe. It is a desire. You cannot stop it. Even if you stop it, it will make your life hell. And same way, the desire to eat. And there are more desires connected to body. Similarly, there are more desires connected to mind, other layers of this layered structure, body-mind, machine. So, if it comes back again and again, and no matter how much you avoid them, no matter how much you suppress them, it is still there. That kind of desire is called a necessity. It will not be called a desire for entertainment, something like this, which can go away, without which you can manage somehow. No. So, if some bodily functions must be done, that means it is necessary. The biggest mistake is to think that desire is mine. That is the biggest mistake. It is not yours. You do not have any desires. Remember your true nature. Second mistake is that you are doing something. No, you are not the doer. Anything that is necessary is happening. You can see it. The proof is your direct experience. Whenever there is hunger, who brings the hunger? Who brings the desire to eat? If it is yours, probably you can decide not to bring it. The hunger is already present when you see it. Then there is a sound in your mind. There is a voice inside you which says, I am hungry. This is called ego. Technical word for this voice is ego. It says it is me, I. What is happening there? Process in the body where it is demanding food. Body needs food. It is not a desire for food. It is a signal. Hunger is a signal that the body needs some raw material, organic matter. But the ego says it is me and I have this desire. Now what to do? How to get rid of it? And here some distortion has happened in the mind. This is not healthy. This is not a healthy mind. The ego can say it is mine, but it cannot say that I will stop it. There is nobody to stop it because it is a necessity and the signal is very strong. Even if you stop it somehow, it will come back. Eating is necessary for survival. That is why it is there. Remember, there is nothing in this body-mind instrument that is completely useless. Everything has a use. Similarly, sometimes some desires appear in the mind and they are necessary for survival somehow, or they are necessary for good quality of life. Sometimes there is a desire for entertainment. Yes, that is not really needed for survival, but that is needed for good quality of life, happiness, enjoyment. So what is necessary? At the most basic level, we say survival activities are most necessary. And there are three major survival activities of the body. That is defense, growth, and reproduction. In Sanskrit, Rakshan, Bhakshan, Prajnan. There is no beautiful word in English. So, D, G, and R. DGR. Write it down. DGR. Defense, growth, reproduction. Defense means you want to be safe. You don't want to die. That is why you live in a society, in a family, so on. You have mother, father, and so on. They protect you. That is a necessity. And then growth means food. You want to maintain the body. Reproduction means maintenance of the whole race of the human beings or any creature. It is necessary. Otherwise, nobody will be there. Life cannot continue on earth. So, whatever is necessary is happening in this instrument. It will be very foolish to think that it is me, I am doing it, and I can stop it. I am saying it is not impossible. You can stop it. You can stop breathing, eating, whatever. But the result is a disaster. Mother Nature will not like it. She will simply wipe out that organism because Mother Nature will see it as a fault. It is faulty. It will be removed. And nobody should do it experimentally. Use your intelligence to know. There is no need to experiment on this body-mind machine. The two mistakes that you are making is thinking that the desires are mine. I am the doer. And not only that, you are trying to stop that, which is totally necessary. Probably there is some blind belief that some activities of the body are bad. It is not good to think like this. Probably somebody told you, so it can be indoctrination. It is ignorance to think that desire should not come or they should not repeat. It is ignorance. What is natural? Whatever is necessary for DGR will happen. Nobody can stop it. If a creature becomes so crazy that it manages to stop the basic survival mechanisms, the creature dies. Death, or the whole race will die. Okay, number 2. I have so much work pending and I'm aware of that, and still I choose to be lazy and procrastinate my work. I made the decision of being lazy in awareness. How can I make a smarter decision in that situation? It is hard for me to wake up early for the same reason. And here the formula is that if you are born to do something, you will never feel lazy. What is it that you are born to do? There is a technical word for it. It is called pre-allocation. Pre-allocation means your goal of this life, goal of your life. If you do that, if you find your life goal, you will never feel lazy. Probably currently you are in a situation where you don't know why you are here, why you are born, you don't know your pre-allocation, and you are doing something which is imposed on you by somebody else or others, or you are trying to copy others. Check what work you are trying to force. Nothing can be done by force. Mother Nature does not like it. You can poetically say that. And so it will keep you lazy. It will not let you work. It will not give you any energy till you decide to do something for which you are born. This is very natural. And when you start doing that for which you are born, you will have no shortage of energy. I am giving you a spiritual perspective because you are asking me. That means probably you want a spiritual advice. You don't want work management or these things, you see. They are garbage. So you will find that you don't need to sleep. You don't need to eat. You cannot be distracted. You are mad after work like crazy. You will forget to eat or meet people and attend marriages or parties. You will not like it. What will you like? You will like that work. You will like that work, which is your life goal. So not only you, many people, probably 90% of people don't know their life goals, and they are forcing some kind of work on themselves. They are doing something which they don't like, they don't want, they don't find useful or meaningful. There is no purpose there. So the body will sit down, the body will become lazy, the mind will stop thinking, it will turn off, it will close its shop, and then everything happens in a destructive way. So there is no need to do that work if it is not your life goal. First thing is you find out your pre-allocation and do that. Automatically it will happen. Not only automatically, you will do only that, nothing else. There is a app, a software on our website, gyanmark.guru. It is called pre-allocation. Go to that website. You will see in the tools section pre-allocation. And that tool can help you to find your life goal. I'm not guaranteeing that it will give you the correct life goal. It will give you a direction where to go. That is my effort to make people realize for what they are here. And there is a video in a video series called Knowledge Sutras on my Pure Experiences YouTube channel. Knowledge Sutras. There is a full video on the topic of pre-allocation and how to find your pre-allocation. And the other option is to use some hook and crook and do your work that is imposed on you and waste your life. That is the second option. And I can understand here from a practical perspective, because we have basic needs, we need to fulfill them. And sometimes we need to work to fulfill them. Even if it is not our pre-allocation, we need to do that. Like a job, some hard work, because there is no other option. So initially, we should accept that right now I am not in a position to fulfill my pre-allocation. Right now my survival is more important. So I'll do it. And then the body, you see, the body will get up. It will do. Slowly your ration will run out. Food in your fridge will be gone. Your resources will deplete. And there will be big pile of bills on your table. You have not paid. No money in your account. The body will get up, the mind will start working, running, how to earn money, and it will start doing it. This is automatic. Nobody does it. It will happen automatically. It is a mechanism. Remember, this is an instrument, body-mind instrument mechanism. It is not you. It already has these programs. Why is there laziness? Why is there procrastination? Because probably your belly is full. You get food. You have a place to sleep. That is why you're sleeping. When the situation becomes so bad that survival is in question, this instrument will do whatever is necessary to do. So I have given the spiritual perspective. I have given the practical perspective. Sometimes we need to work just to survive nicely. Not just to survive happily. That is human need. A human being cannot simply remain alive. A human being needs to make life meaningful and beautiful also. So that is the goal here. Survival is the starting point. So hopefully you will find your goal and that work will happen. So those who are stuck in simply earning their bread and butter, they know their pre-allocation, but they cannot do anything. For them, there is a good news that as soon as your basic needs are met, situations arise so that you can fulfill your pre-allocation. But if not, then you need to continue. The survival is most important right now. Find a way. Then wait for the right moment when the pre-allocation will happen. I don't think people will believe it. But if you don't complete your pre-allocation, somehow you miss it. Somehow nobody told you. Somehow you remain ignorant. It will be given again in the next lifetime. I know nobody believes these things. And I am also telling you, which my guru told me. I don't know, but everybody needs to find out using their own direct experience. Why are you born? Do you want to keep coming to repeat the same thing, or do you want to finish it and progress? Like she said, how nobody is doing anything to make me evolve. Well, find out. You have been given all the necessary abilities to evolve. You have a path, you have a guru. Make use of it. Who is stopping you? The only thing that can make you fall back is ignorance. That somebody will do it. Somebody tell me a trick to not become lazy. Give me some kind of medicine, drug, so that I can work. Nothing can be done. That is ignorance. So ignorance is our enemy. Knowledge is power. Okay, number 3. And how to choose a partner for oneself? I don't know the answer actually. So the formula is do that which is necessary and do that which you enjoy most. What to do in that situation? Do that which is most necessary and do that which you enjoy most. What will happen if you fail? You will learn a lesson. What will happen if you succeed? You will get fulfillment of desires. Why it keeps coming? Because probably it is not getting fulfilled. So formula. Many people like formulas. Just tell me what to do. So this is the formula. Do that which is necessary. Do that which you enjoy most. Failure is not bad. It is a lesson. Success is not good. It is simply fulfillment of desire. And how to choose a partner for oneself? Let the partner decide if you are good for them. You cannot choose. Hopefully nobody got offended. You cannot choose. Okay, this is my partner from today. That partner will run away. Even if you choose somebody, there is no guarantee that they will choose you. So be available, be helpful, be respectful, be loving, and let the partner decide if they want to be a partner at all. And you will see that the more good qualities you have in you, more people will want to have kind of partnership with you, whether it is financial, romantic, legal, spiritual, isn't it? If you have those qualities in you, you don't need to choose. You will have a long queue of people who want to choose you. The ignorance here is I can choose. It means you are assuming that already many things are available. I need to choose something like a supermarket. I go to supermarket, I choose a product. I buy the product. This mentality is very dangerous. A relationship is not buying stuff from the supermarket. You cannot choose it. It develops. It happens. You need to provide a good atmosphere for it to develop. You cannot choose. You don't have any control over people. If you choose somebody, they will run away. If you don't want somebody, they will run after you. What will you do? It happens naturally. So whatever happens naturally is the best. Remember, I am not speaking truth. And this is not a teaching. This is simply some advice because you asked it. Usually, I don't give any personal advice. I don't reply anything which is personal. So, no problem. Whatever happens is good for you at this stage because you are learning. If you come with the same question when you are 40, 50-year old, then there is a problem. That means life taught you nothing. That means the life was wasted actually. Learn by experience. This much should be good. Arvind has a question. In professional life, it is many times required to deal with people in a strict manner. Otherwise, they take undue advantage. But I am not able to do so. I feel it is unnecessary to engage with them and I just want to ignore them. But it is affecting the work and not helping. Please guide me how to deal with it. Again, nothing to do with path of knowledge, but probably your questions about path of knowledge are all silenced because of our excellent program. I assume that your observation is correct, that you are required to deal with people in their language. Remember, they are not aware, they are ignorant, they are in darkness. So they will not understand your request, they will understand your strictness. And if you become polite, they think he is weak. Because nobody knows in this world that there is something like goodness. They only know two things: weakness and power. Either you can make them work using a stick or accept your defeat. This is the bitter truth of the world. I mean, I am unable to sugarcoat these things because, yes, everybody's experience is like this. Now, your other observation that you are not able to do so and it is unnecessary is also right, because that shows that, there is a spark of awareness now. Yes, it is not good to do that. It is not good to force people to do something because you also don't like to be forced. It's human nature. Humans don't like to be forced. Not only humans. You can check your cat and dog if you have forced them to do something, they don't. The natural tendency of any creature, including humans, is to be free. So what you are trying to do there is you are trying to encroach into their freedom of not working, which is unnatural. So you will feel bad and it is unnecessary. And the good solution here is, if you want to remain there in that kind of profession, find people who are motivated to work, who are self-motivated, who do not need instructions or orders to work. It is impossible actually. Path of knowledge is easier. Finding a guru is easier than finding self-motivated, talented people. This is again a bitter truth of the world. Self-motivated and talented people are already taken. Like he was asking how to choose a partner. Well, they're already taken. So same with the good people. Now you are left with only those who who are working because they get something out of you. They get money. They are working because they are afraid of you. Power or some kind of greed. That's all. So if you can find good people, self-motivated, yes, you can ask them to join if it is your business. Your problem is not people. Your problem is yourself, that you have become so sensitive that you don't want to do these things which ordinary people do. Ordinary means those who are not on the path, those who are not spiritual. For them, this is normal. We cannot say it is bad. For them, it is normal. But you have become sensitive. This is because of awareness. And yes, it is unnecessary now. But if you cannot, find another work. Find another work which is your pre-allocation. And the spiritual point of view is, if there are difficulties in life, if nobody is doing what you ask them to do, if it is not happening as per your wish, you are in a wrong position. You're in a wrong path. You're not executing your pre-allocation. That is why all the hurdles are there. This is spiritual point of view and it is very difficult to believe, but this is how it is. Either you can replace people or you can replace the job, replace your business with something where you don't need to deal with people, where you are happy on your own, even if it is paying less, because the pain of poverty is less than the pain which this kind of work will cause. You need to think about these things. Why is a practitioner of path of knowledge minimalist? It is not because he's some ideal person, some saint. No, he has found that doing the way they do everything in the society, in the world, is more painful than not doing it. I'll remain without a car because maintaining the car is more painful. Walking is perfect. Just giving you a simple example. So slowly the seeker cuts off from the society. Not because the society is bad, even though you can have that kind of opinion that it is bad, but because the sensitivity increases so much that it becomes painful to do whatever these people are doing. So what I see is most of the seekers, they become minimalist. It does not mean they stop working and they leave the job, and no, they reduce it as much as they can. They do it only that which is necessary. Again, the formula is very important here. Do that which is necessary, do not do the unnecessary. Ultimately, if you stop doing the unnecessary, it all falls down. The company will be gone, the business will be gone because you're not forcing it. And then something which is natural will arise, something which happens spontaneously, naturally, beautifully will happen. That means you have now achieved pre-allocation, which means you are doing that for which you are born. So this is the spiritual point of view. Minimalism, slowly detaching from the society, finding your bliss in your pre-allocation, not worrying what people do or think or whatever, not running after people, partners, money, objects. This will become your normal life. From the point of view of worldly people, it will be disaster. That he was a good person, he was in a good position, he had a business, job, he left everything. And that will be, from the worldly point of view, that is a loss. And that will happen. On the path of knowledge, this will happen. You cannot avoid it. Like we say that we take everything. The path of knowledge does not give you anything. It will not improve anything. It will destroy. It is a destructive path, subtractive path. And only that which is totally necessary will remain. But your happiness and bliss will not be gone. Actually, when all that which is unnecessary is dropped, you find that you are happy now. Now you find that people and jobs and all these things and commanding them and forcing them was the problem, not the society or myself. It is gone. So that is ultimate happiness. And it will not be happiness where you party every day. No, you can, but it will be a simple bliss, peace of mind, because there is nothing to do now. Everything is happening on its own naturally. That means you are aligned with Mother Nature or this existence, will of the existence. Now, no obstructions will be there, no obstacles will be there. When we live a life which is meant for us naturally, then there are no obstacles. When you do it according to others, that means it will fail or it will not give you any satisfaction, fulfillment. That is the concept of swadharma or self-duty. Whatever that means, you see. Do that for which you are born. If you are not doing that, yes, there will be obstacles, there will be pain and failure. What is the sign that that event or that situation is going to disappear? It starts failing. This is Mother Nature. When a fruit disappears, before that it starts rotting. Before that, it falls on the ground. So, what is the sign that your life is going to change? Some situations are going to change. They start rotting. They start going bad. Everything fails. And then it ends. The only mistake that can happen is you hold on to this rotting thing. Not letting go is the only mistake. Nothing improves here. The world is like this. Illusion is like this. You can see nothing improves. If it goes bad, it is destroyed. It is not improved. Sometimes it is recycled. Then there is some hope that it will improve. But recycling is seen as destruction. Sometimes I say these things just to help you decide. I am not going to give you any ready-made decision. And nobody should. Where is your freedom in that? You are free to decide. There are two kinds of decisions. One that is taken based on intelligence and logic. Where to invest my money? Which job is good? What should I study? And so on. And there are second kind of decisions which are based on emotion and feeling. What should I eat today? what music I like, what movie I like, whom should I marry. And the only mistake one can do is use logic when emotion is needed and use emotion when intelligence and logic is needed. That is the only mistake that is possible. Otherwise, this instrument is perfect. You can see. Use the right kind of ability and this instrument will work nicely. Again, remember that there is no guarantee that your feelings are good. That means everything that will happen will be good. There is no guarantee. And the actions are in your control, but the fruit of the action is not in your control. The consequence is not in control. Anyhow, there is nothing to worry because something bad happens, you will learn a lesson. That means you progressed, you evolved. And if something good happens, your wish was granted, your desire was fulfilled. So everything happens for the good. This is the secret formula. In this universe, in this existence, everything is perfect. This is also called the law of perfection. In Sanskrit, we call it Purna or Sundarta. Purna. Everything is happening exactly as it should. And this human being has ignorance that it is doing it. No, it is all happening. And no matter what you do, it will happen exactly in a perfect way. From the human point of view, yes, this was a disaster, that was very good, that was an achievement, this was a failure. These are ignorant thoughts in the ignorant person. From the point of view of the existence, everything happened perfectly. However, it is difficult to digest. The truth is bitter. If you succeed, if you are happy, if the consequence is as per the desire that appeared in this body mind, then you say, yes, the universe is perfect. It is giving me everything. If not, you don't believe the law of perfection, which is natural, isn't it? Human beings are very selfish. So ultimately, with all these experiences, all this learning, life lessons, your view will become broad. You will achieve nothing. Remember this thing. It's all an illusion. It's like a dream. In the dream, you do whatever. You see, when you wake up, there is no achievement and there is no failure also. So once you wake up from this dream, which can happen today also, then your view will become very broad. And you will also start talking like a crazy guru. Everything happens for the good. The universe is perfect. It is giving us lessons. And nobody likes these words actually. They want something to happen according to their desire. And they want to take the credit for this. There is nothing bad in this. This is the, starting of spiritual journey. This is like you're starting to climb the mountain and you will fall sometimes. It's not a problem. So it is very easy to preach like this in online satsang. But the actual life is very difficult. The actual lessons are very difficult. And remember, nobody will take a decision for you. And people can help you to take decision, but usually that is not so satisfactory. Because if there is a lesson, you will not learn it. And if there is an achievement, you will say, I did this because somebody else told me. So the credit goes to that person. If somebody else is deciding for you, nothing is gained. So a guru is the one who allows student to make mistakes. At least my guru was like this. Okay, you want to do this? Yeah, it's perfect. Go ahead, do it. And then something bad happens, obviously. And I come crying. You knew this thing will happen, but you did not stop me. What kind of guru are you? That was my word. That was my complaint. And the answer was always like this. Then you would not learn anything. And the intention of the guru is student should learn. The intention of the guru is not that the student should do everything perfectly. Everything is happening perfectly already. So what is the use of a life where you learn nothing and everything happens in a textbook way? It is like a movie where there is no challenge, there is no fight, there is no struggle. And that movie is boring. Even in the cartoon movies of little children, there is some excitement there. There is some challenge in that cartoon movie. Life is like this. You do not try to find the perfect solution to everything. Just do it. You will know the solution. Because if somebody gives you a solution every day, do this, don't do this, do it exactly like this is the technique, then you will not learn anything. You will never grow up. and you will become dependent on that person who is guiding you. You will become hopelessly dependent on that person, and when that person is not available, whether it's guru or your parents or whomever, then you will feel insecure. You will feel abandoned. Now nobody is there to guide. So no progress happened. This life was wasted. So the guru will not give you anything ready-made, pre-cooked. In fact, I know some gurus who will cause troubles in your life so that you learn quickly. I don't do this because you are not surrendered, isn't it? You are not surrendered. Those who are surrendered, their lives become like a big trouble because the guru wants progress. The guru does not want a soft cushion where you can sleep all day. The guru does not want your life to become like a soft cushion where you can sit and meditate all day. That is not progress. Narendra is saying, I try to talk less, but I go back to talking as normal. Should I stop trying? Yes. Why are you doing this? See, when there is a need, there will be talk. If it is not needed, you will be silent. That is most natural. You micromanage what should I talk, that is unnatural. Just remain aware. When you are talking, remain aware. Yes, talking is happening through this instrument. When you are not talking, remain aware. The problem is thinking that I am doing this and I can control this, and there is an ideal way to talk or not talk. This is ignorance. There is nobody to stop. There is no doer of talking. This is knowledge. That formula is very useful. Do that which is necessary. So if talking is necessary, assume that you are the doer, do it. No harm in that. If it is unnecessary, become aware. It is not necessary. What can go wrong here? That you make some arbitrary decision that somebody told me to talk less, so I'll just obey that person. I'll stop talking now. And that is not correct. That is not ideal. Do not take advices from people, including me. Do that which is necessary most naturally. Do that which happens most naturally. And do that in complete awareness. If you are in awareness, only the necessary will happen. This is the magic of awareness. Only that which is necessary will happen. You don't need to do anything. There is no need to stop or start. There is nobody to do that. Awareness is like a policeman. It is watching. And then the rest of the activities happen perfectly. Awareness is the key. There is nobody to do anything. There is no ideal solution. This is the bottom line. So I think all the questions for today are over. Think about it. Do not blindly believe what I said. Do not believe others. Take your own decisions. Take your own responsibility. Okay, so we'll end today's meeting here. And thank you everybody for attending today's meeting. I'll see you next time. Namaste.